You wake up early every day. You work, you strive, you work overtime when necessary. You run after clients, opportunities, solutions. You arrive home tired, shower, have dinner, and go to sleep thinking about the bills. And at the end of the month, where is the money? It is gone, it evaporated. You look at the statement and do not understand. You cannot explain where it went. It seems there is an invisible drain in your life, sucking away everything you earn. And I am going to tell you now at this exact moment where that drain is. It is inside your house, and you pass by it every single day without noticing. This is not theory. This is not my opinion. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal to you 7 secrets that the angels show about your house and that have been blocking your financial prosperity for years. It is not cheap superstition. It is not internet guesswork. It is something that modern science has already proven in the laboratory and that millenary spiritual traditions have always known. And when you correct these points, the money that today slips down the drain will begin to stay. It will begin to multiply. Stay with me until the end because the 3rd secret is the most powerful of all, and almost no one talks about it. Let me ask you a question before continuing. Have you ever entered someone's house and felt a heavy energy? You know that strange sensation of wanting to leave soon, of not being able to relax, of feeling that something is not right, even without knowing how to explain what. Or the opposite. Have you ever entered a place and felt at peace instantly? You felt like sitting down, staying, talking for hours. What you felt is not a coincidence. It is not nonsense. Princeton University conducted a study that scientifically proved that disorganized environments full of objects compete for our attention and increase cortisol levels in the body. Cortisol is the stress hormone. And when you live with chronic stress, do you know what happens? You spend money on impulse trying to compensate for the malaise. You make poor financial decisions because your brain is overloaded. You live in a constant sensation that you never have enough, that something will always go wrong, that prosperity is for others, but not for you. Researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles, also discovered that women who described their homes as messy or full of things had significantly higher cortisol levels throughout the entire day. The environment where you live is programming your mind and your body. It is shaping your emotions, your decisions, your financial destiny, and in most cases, it is programming for scarcity without you having the slightest idea of it. Your house is not just a place where you sleep. Your house is a living organism. It has its own energy. It pulses, breathes, vibrates at a specific frequency. The Chinese understood this more than 3,000 years ago when they created feng shui. The Indians developed Vastu Shastra with the same wisdom. The Japanese practiced the concept of Ma, which is the sacred empty space that allows energy to flow. All the great spiritual traditions of the planet recognize that the place where you live shapes who you are and what you attract. Now comes the first secret that is blocking your financial life. The entrance to your house. Go there mentally now. Close your eyes if you need to. How is the front door of your house? The entrance hall? That little corner where you take off your shoes when you arrive from work? Are there old shoes thrown on the floor? A cardboard box you kept because one day it might be useful? A broom or a squeegee leaning in the corner? A bag hanging behind the door? A light bulb burned out for weeks that you still have not changed? If there is any of these things, you are literally closing the door to prosperity entering your life. The entrance of the house is what traditions call the mouth of Qi. It is where vital energy enters your home. It is like the mouth of your body. If the mouth is clogged, food does not enter. If it is dirty, nutrition is compromised. If it is dark, vitality diminishes. The same thing happens with the entrance of your house. Abundance wants to enter, but it finds a pile of obstacles in the way and turns back. Let me tell you a real story. Donna Maria, 53 years old, lives in Belo Horizonte. She has been selling cosmetics on her own for more than 10 years. She works from Monday to Saturday, makes a reasonable amount of money, but at the end of the month, there was never anything left. A surprise bill, an unforeseen event, an emergency always appeared. The money came in and vanished. She could not explain where it went. One day she sent me a photo of the entrance to her house asking for guidance. I looked at that photo and understood everything instantly. There was a pile of cardboard boxes stacked in the corner that she kept because they could serve to pack products. There were 3 pairs of old shoes that no one used anymore, but that she did not have the courage to throw away because they were still in good condition. There was a broom with a broken handle leaning against the wall, waiting for repair for months, and the hallway light had been burned out since I don't know when. I said to her, "Donna Maria, you are barring prosperity from entering your life. Abundance wants to come to you. It is trying to enter, but it cannot get through that door. Everything is clogged." She cleaned that entrance on a Saturday morning. She got up early, sorted everything, threw the boxes in the recycling bin, donated the old shoes to an institution, discarded the broken broom, and changed the light bulb. Then she placed a vase with a small green plant she already had at home and a new rug that was stored in the closet. Do you know what happened in the following 3 weeks? 3 old clients who had disappeared for more than a year returned to buy from her. A neighbor who had never talked much referred her to do the makeup for a wedding in the family, a job that paid very well. And she managed to call the credit card company, negotiate an old debt, and settle it for less than half the value. The attendant even commented that that type of agreement was almost never approved. Coincidence? It might even seem so to those who do not understand how energy works, but when you understand universal laws, you realize that coincidence does not exist. Consequence exists. The law of cause and effect is operating at the subtle level. You change the cause, the effect changes with it. If what I am saying is making sense to you, if it is stirring something inside you, leave a like now. This simple gesture helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to more people who need to hear this message. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity and subscribe. Activate the bell so you do not miss the next content. Second secret. This one almost no one pays attention to, but it has immense power over your financial life. What you keep under your bed. Stop and think with me. You sleep on average 6 to 8 hours a day. This represents an entire third of your life. During this time, your body is resting, but your mind continues to work. Your subconscious is processing information, organizing memories, solving problems, receiving insights, and everything that is around you while you sleep influences this processing. Everything. If under your bed there are old shoe boxes, clothes you have not used for years, old documents you do not even remember what they are, a dusty travel suitcase, junk you pushed there just to get it out of sight, do you know what is happening to you every night? You are sleeping on top of stagnant energy. Stagnant energy, things from the past, useless objects, and your financial life is reflecting exactly that. Day it stalls, it paralyzes. Money does not flow, opportunities do not appear. You wake up tired even having slept the whole night. You feel heavy for no apparent reason. Your ideas do not flow with clarity. Your finances stay stuck in the same place month after month. The ideal is for the space under the bed to be completely free, empty, clean, allowing energy to circulate freely around you while you sleep and regenerate. If it is not possible to leave it empty due to space issues in your apartment or house, at least ensure that there are only clean bed linens in good condition there. No paperwork, no broken objects. Nothing from the past that you are keeping out of attachment. I know this may seem like madness to some people. It may seem like something without sense, without logic. But I give you a challenge. Have you tried it? Have you experienced completely cleaning the space under your bed and observing what happens in your life in the following weeks? Take the test. It costs nothing but a little time and willingness on a weekend, and then come back here in the comments and tell me what changed. I make a point of reading it. Now pay close attention because the third secret is coming, and this is the most important of all. The stove in your house. I will repeat it because it is serious. The stove is the financial heart of your house. It is not the wallet, it is not the safe, it is not the bank account, it is the stove. It is where transformation happens. Raw ingredients become food, effort becomes result, work becomes wealth, potential becomes reality. This is the symbology of fire in all ancient spiritual traditions of the planet. The Chinese have always known this. In traditional feng shui, the stove is considered the wealth generator of the house. The way you care for it directly reflects your capacity to generate and maintain money. Now answer me sincerely. How is your stove at this moment? Is it clean or full of accumulated grease? Do all the burners work, or is there one that has not lit for months? Do you use all the burners, or do you always cook on the same one because it is more practical? Does the oven work properly, or do you not even remember the last time you turned it on? A dirty stove with broken burners, clogged igniters, a greasy grate, is like having a faucet of abundance in your house, but leaving it rusted, clogged, working halfway. The energy of prosperity cannot flow properly. You work, 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 but the result does not appear in the same proportion. I am going to teach you a very powerful practice now. During the next 21 days, which is the time necessary to create a new energetic pattern, use all the burners of your stove at least once a week, all of them, not just your favorite. Heat water on one, make coffee on another, cook rice on the third, sauté something on the fourth. This symbolically activates all possible sources of income in your life. You are declaring to the universe, I am open to receiving abundance from multiple sources. I accept prosperity coming from all sides. And even more importantly, keep your stove impeccably clean. Clean it with affection, with attention, with presence. While cleaning, mentally give thanks for the food it transforms for you and your family. Give thanks for the fire that warms your food and your life. This energy of gratitude combined with physical care multiplies the energy of prosperity in a way you cannot imagine until you experience it. So Jose, 62 years old, a retiree from Campinas in the interior of São Paulo. He lived tightly on his pension. It was barely enough to pay basic bills: medicine, electricity, water, groceries. Something was always missing at the end of the month. He started doing this stove practice after watching a video similar to this one. He cleaned the entire stove, had a burner repaired that had not worked for more than a year, and began using all 4 burners during the week. 3 weeks later, he received a call that changed everything. It was from the union. There was money from an old labor lawsuit that he had completely forgotten, a case he had filed more than 10 years ago against a company where he worked, nearly 8,000 reais that were sitting there waiting for him to appear. Money that existed but was blocked, just as the burners of his stove were blocked. The 4th secret has to do with something you probably have spread throughout the entire house without noticing. Broken objects. Do a mental exercise with me now. Walk mentally through your entire house. Start in the living room, go to the kitchen, pass through your bedroom, enter the bathroom, go to the service area. How many broken things do you have stored at this moment? The wall clock that stopped working but still hangs there. The blender that no longer turns on but you do not throw away because it was a wedding gift. The dining chair with the wobbly leg that everyone avoids sitting on. The mirror with a crack in the corner. The chipped cups and plates that you set aside so as not to use when guests come. The torn clothes in the wardrobe that one day you will fix. The umbrella that does not open properly. The lamp with the frayed wire. The remote control that only works if you press hard. Each broken object you keep in your house is a symbol of something incomplete, something that does not work, something stagnant. And when you live with these symbols daily, your unconscious absorbs this message in silence. You begin to believe, without consciously noticing, that things in your life also do not work properly, that you cannot complete projects, that something always goes wrong, that you are surrounded by problems without solutions. Spiritual traditions teach that we live in a universe of correspondences, as above, so below, as within, so without. Your house reflects your mind. Your mind reflects your house. When you change one, the other follows automatically. The solution is simple in theory, but requires courage in practice. Throw it away or fix it. There is no middle ground. There is no keeping it to see later. There is no leaving it there, because one day it might be useful. If the object still has real utility and you can have it repaired this week. Put a reminder on your phone. Mark it in your calendar. Make it happen. If it no longer serves, if the repair costs more than a new object, if you are keeping it only out of attachment or guilt, mentally thank it for the time that object served you and let it go. Donate it to someone who can use it in some way. Recycle it or discard it. I know that in Brazil we have this strong culture of keeping everything, because one day it might be useful. It is part of our history. We are a country that went through much economic difficulty. Our grandparents lived through times of real scarcity. My grandmother kept even bread bags. I understand where this comes from, but I ask you with all respect, is it serving you? Is this habit of accumulating broken things bringing you abundance, or is it occupying physical and mental space that could be filled with new energy, with different opportunities, with real prosperity? If you are enjoying this content, if it is making sense to you, Share this video now with someone you love and who needs to hear this. Send it on WhatsApp. Post it in your stories. Tag the person here in the comments. Sometimes the person is so involved in their own problems that they cannot see the solution that is right in front of them. You can be the messenger of this transformation in the life of someone very dear. Fifth secret: the faucets in your house and everything involving water. Water is life. Water is flow. Water is movement. Water is purification. And in the spiritual symbology of practically all traditions in the world, water represents money. It is no wonder we use these expressions in daily life. Cash flow, financial liquidity, money running, capital flowing, account drying up. Language already carries this ancestral wisdom. Now think with me. How are the faucets in your house? Is there any dripping? Even if it is just a drop once in a while, any leaking from the valve? Are the drains free or clogged? That bathroom drain that drains slowly? The kitchen sink drain that keeps accumulating grease? Does the toilet flush work properly the first time, or do you need to keep holding the button? A dripping faucet is money draining away. Literally, you are paying more on the water bill every month, and symbolically, your financial energy is constantly leaking. Small drops that seem insignificant, that you no longer even notice because you have become so accustomed, but which over time represent a huge loss. Sabesp, the sanitation company of São Paulo, conducted a survey that showed that a faucet dripping 1 drop per second wastes more than 40 liters of water per day. That is more than 1,200 liters per month going down the drain. Now imagine this happening to your financial energy. Small leaks that you do not even notice, expenses that seem small, subscriptions you forgot to cancel, fees you did not even know you were paying. Things that add up in silence and at the end of the month make a huge difference. Fix the faucets. Call a plumber if necessary, unclog the drains, clean them frequently. Let the water flow freely. And there is a tip that seems silly but is very powerful. Always keep the toilet lid closed. Always. Create this habit in the entire family. Put up a little note if necessary at the beginning. The toilet is literally the point through which energy leaves your house. It is the escape. If you leave it open, you are allowing prosperity to be drained constantly. Lid closed. Always. Sixth secret. And this one you carry with you every day to every place, your wallet. I know this video is about the house, but the wallet is an extension of your house. It is the portable home of your money. It is where your bills live when they are outside the bank. And the state of your wallet says a lot about your energetic relationship with abundance. Take your wallet now. You can pause the video. I will wait. Open it. Look deep inside. What do you find? Old papers that you no longer even remember what they are. Yellowed receipts from purchases months ago. Store cards you have not used for years. Expired discount coupons. Photos of people who have already left your life. Old notes kept out of nostalgia. Money all crumpled, folded any which way, mixed with paper and coins. The way you treat your money physically is a direct mirror of how you treat your financial energy. If you crumple the bills as if they were trash, you are communicating to the universe that you do not respect money. If you keep useless paper together with your bills, you are mixing prosperity with waste. If your wallet is old, torn, falling apart, you are demonstrating carelessness with your own abundance. Do the following today. Empty your wallet completely onto a table. Separate everything. Throw away absolutely everything that no longer serves, that is expired, that has no utility. Clean the wallet inside with a slightly damp cloth. Let it dry. And when you go to put your money back, place the bills organized, all facing the same way, from the highest value bill to the lowest value bill. Treat money with the same respect you want it to treat you. And never under any circumstances leave your wallet completely empty. Always have at least one bill inside, even if it is 2 reais, 5 reais. An empty wallet is a message of scarcity. It is an abandoned house. It is the energy of lack. A wallet with money, even if little, is a message of flow, of movement, of active financial life. Seventh and last secret. And this one connects all the others. You can clean the entire house from top to bottom. You can throw away everything that is broken. You can unclog all the faucets, organize under the bed, make the stove shine, and arrange your wallet perfectly. But if you do not change one fundamental thing, none of these changes will work fully. They will be superficial, temporary changes that soon return to the previous state. This fundamental thing is the energy you emanate inside your own house. It is the vibration you carry when you step into that space. And this energy is determined mainly by a simple but transformative practice: gratitude. How many times do you stop in the middle of your house, look around, and genuinely give thanks for it? Give thanks for the roof over your head that protects you from the sun and the rain, for the bed where you sleep and rest your body, for the water that comes out of the faucet when you open it, clean and potable, for the refrigerator that keeps your food fresh, for the firm floor your feet step on every day, for the walls that give you privacy and security, for the electric light that illuminates your nights. Modern neuroscience has already proven that the regular practice of gratitude literally reconfigures the structure of the brain. It increases activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is the region responsible for rational decisions, planning, and impulse control. It reduces activity in the amygdala, which is where we process fear, anxiety, and survival reactions. It elevates levels of dopamine and serotonin, which are the neurotransmitters associated with well-being and satisfaction. People who practice gratitude regularly make better financial decisions because they are not operating from fear and scarcity. They attract more opportunities because they emanate an energy that attracts good things. They live in a state of inner abundance, even when the bank account does not yet reflect this on the outside. And when you live in inner abundance, outer abundance is only a matter of time. In the spiritual perspective, gratitude is the highest vibrational frequency a human being can emit. It is the vibration that most closely approaches unconditional love, which is the essence of the creative source. When you genuinely vibrate in gratitude, the angels recognize this frequency. Doors that seemed closed begin to open, paths that seemed blocked light up, opportunities that seemed impossible begin to materialize in ways you cannot rationally explain. I'm going to give you a concrete practice to do every day starting today. Choose a different room of your house for each day of the week. Monday, you stay in the living room. Tuesday in the kitchen. Wednesday in the bedroom. Thursday in the bathroom. Friday in the service area. And so on. Stay 5 minutes in that room in silence, standing or sitting. Take a deep breath. Look around with new eyes as if it were the first time. Mentally give thanks for each thing you see, for the wall, for the floor, for the window, for the furniture, for the objects, for the air you breathe inside there. Feel this gratitude for real in your heart, not just in words. Do this for 21 consecutive days without skipping any, and observe what begins to happen. Not just in your financial life, in all areas, in relationships, in health, in inner peace, in disposition, in mental clarity. Gratitude is the master key that opens all the doors of life. When you give thanks for what you already have, you receive more things to give thanks for. I know you might be thinking now, all of this is too simple. How does cleaning the entrance of the house change my financial life? How does organizing under the bed attract money? How does giving thanks for the stove unblock my prosperity? It seems like cheap self-help. And that is exactly where the trap lies. The greatest truths of life are simple. The most powerful solutions that exist are hidden in the obvious. The deepest secrets of the universe disguise themselves as banal things that anyone can do. The problem is that we complicate things. We want miraculous formulas, extraordinary secrets, complex solutions that justify why the situation is difficult. And while we seek the answer in sophisticated places, it is here, right under our nose, right inside our house, between the walls we look at every day without really seeing. The angels do not speak to us through spectacular events. They do not appear in dramatic visions, nor perform miracles impossible to ignore. They speak through whispers, through intuitions that seem silly, through subtle signs that most people ignore or discard as coincidence. This video reached you now for a reason. It was not by chance that you clicked. It was not a coincidence that you watched until here. The question that remains is, what are you going to do with this information from now on? You can close this video and continue living exactly as before. You can say you do not believe in these things. You can find 1,000 excuses not to act, not to change, not to experiment. You can think it is nonsense, that it will not work, that your situation is different, that for you it is not worth it. Many people will do exactly that. And that is exactly why many people remain stuck in the same patterns year after year, complaining about the same things, living the same difficulties, expecting different results while doing everything the same. Or you can choose to do differently. You can choose to give it a chance. You can choose to apply at least one of the 7 secrets you learned today. Just one to start. It does not have to be all at once. It does not have to be perfect. Choose the one that made the most sense to you, the one that most touched your heart, the one that most seemed to speak directly to your situation, and put it into practice this week. Clean the entrance of your house, or empty the space under the bed, or use all the burners of the stove, or throw away broken objects, or fix the dripping faucets, or organize your wallet, or start practicing gratitude for the rooms of your house. Choose one and do it. No excuses, no procrastination, no perfectionism, and then observe with an open mind and a receptive heart what begins to happen in your life in the coming weeks. Tell me here in the comments which of the 7 secrets touched you the most, which one you're going to apply first. Write it down here. When you declare it publicly, you commit to yourself. And if you have already made a change in your house in the past and saw a result, share your story as well. Your testimony might be exactly what another person watching needs to hear today to have the courage to act. If this video made sense to you, if it stirred something inside you, leave your like. This simple gesture that costs nothing helps the YouTube algorithm understand that this content is relevant and show it to more people who are seeking transformation. And if you want to continue receiving content like this, subscribe to the channel now and activate the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video comes out. Every week there is transformative content here. Always remember one thing. Your house is sacred. It is not just walls and a roof. It is not just an address on a document. It is the temple where you live, where you dream, where you rest from the world outside, where you recharge your energies, where you live with the people you love. Care for it as you would care for a sacred altar, because that is exactly what it is. An altar for your life, a portal for your prosperity, a mirror of your own soul. The angels are with you on this journey. The prosperity you deserve is already knocking at your door. The paths are already opening. The opportunities are already aligning. All you need to do is perceive the signs, apply the changes with faith, and open your heart to receive what has always been yours by right. May the divine light always illuminate your steps. May abundance always find you wherever you are. And may your house be forever a portal of infinite blessings for you and for all the people who cross that door. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of your house, take care of your energy. You deserve all the prosperity in this world. Never doubt that. An embrace full of light and gratitude